How your day start with a vape? How it start with TikTok? You ain't even try to last a little longer into the day. That's insane. People can't even watch a movie without checking their phone. Because everyone does these things, nobody questions. If you can't sit with your mind for more than 10 minutes, cooked! I'm trolling. Gen Z does not have a discipline problem. We never did. We have an addiction problem. Matter of fact, it's worse than that. It's an epidemic. And that addiction is shaping almost every part of our lives. Sadly, it's no longer just the za or the liquor. And I've briefly spoke about this. Basically, it's more of a dopamine addiction. People always need to be stimulated or have some form of escape from modern day life. We live in a time where people can't be still. You need videos while eating and shitting and doing laundry. Y'all gotta have the speaker blasting in the shower, a show or a game while on the phone, and if life gets quiet, something gotta be wrong. Gen Z's addiction problem has always gone way deeper than substances. It really started with the phones. We need to go back to like fidget spinners or something. People are now addicted to distractions, validation, and you can't forget lust. It's so normalized, people don't even call these things addictions anymore. How people will accept alcoholism, or even being a stoner, or being a gooner.
I'm a pervert and a gooner. There's no catch, there's no nothing, there's no joke. And I already accepted it, and it's okay.
And just because we normalize addictions does not mean they're okay, just because of the way your life is. But when an entire generation can't focus, can't delay gratification, and just can't be alone, where's the freedom? That's all dependency. Addiction won't always look like somebody who just gets drunk every night, or someone high all day. It starts with being reliant, needing that relaxation or final push just to get through their day. And if that's what you need, that's not really the issue. Once something becomes your automatic response to stress or boredom, now that thing owns you. That's why so many people are addicted. Modern addiction is now functional. You can get a dopamine hit anywhere at any time. People can have these addictions and blend into everyday life.
Oh shit, I'm fried as hell. Fuck. Make me some fries right now, you bitch ass bitch. Oh shit. So, shit.
But inside, your mind is still weak and restless. We grew up with phones in our hands, doom scrolling, and so much other cheap entertainment. Honestly, more than we knew how to handle. And with all this pleasure, there's no barrier between urges and rewards anymore. We are living in the easiest era ever to feed every impulse immediately. And that convenience is destroying self-control. If life removes resistance, people stop building discipline. And that's what they want for this society, a bunch of weak, addicted people. Because they can't fight back. Some people check their phones before they even fully open their eyes in the morning. You ain't even pray, bro. Your breath stinks, bro. It stinks. How your day start with a vape? How it start with TikTok? You ain't even try to last a little longer into the day. That's insane. People can't even watch a movie without checking their phone. And because everyone does these things, nobody questions it. If you can't sit with your mind for more than 10 minutes, cooked! A lot of people are not using technology. Technology is using y'all. Another addiction that we need to talk about is lust. We live in a generation flooded with sexual imagery. I got a whole series on it. So even though Gen Z is having the lowest sex rates, that's not supposed to be the case, and yet everything is still sexualized. Everything's been sexualized, whether it's music, whether it's social media, whether it's the memes that you're watching, it don't matter. It all gotta be freaky. Even regular conversations feel hypersexual now. I don't know if bro's gonna watch this. We was having a regular conversation, and this man starts talking about some freaky experiences. I'm convinced some people don't know how to interact without bringing up some freak shit. This is not a diss towards bro. Just in general, this is something I've noticed across all conversations that I've been having. A few months ago, I feel like I was demonizing lust, and I want to rephrase a few of the things that I said. It's okay to feel these things, like it's human nature. But the bringing it up unconventionally, after a while, it gets to a point where we gotta have a little more decorum. Now people joke about being unable to control themselves like it's funny. A lot of people think freedom means indulging every desire. Real freedom is being able to say no. Real freedom is having control. I'm gonna have to say it every video. And if you can't lock in, try semen retention. Dead at this point. If every attractive image can hijack your mind, you are not in change. You are a bitch. Gen Z is also deeply addicted to validation. A lot of people don't know who they are without having an audience. They don't know if they look good unless other people confirm it. They always need a cosign just to exist. Is that not exhausting? Why do people not like to think for themselves? So now identity is becoming performance. People will only post their highlights on social media. In all fairness, that's what social media has always promoted. Many people no longer know how to experience life privately. They need the response and reassurance because that's all shallow people care about. And if we're being honest, most people are shallow once your self-worth is outsourced. You become emotionally dependent on other people to be yourself. Then there's the obvious substances, puff, drinking, all the casual stuff that really isn't that casual. Not every person that does something is automatically addicted. But the issue is how often people use these things as coping mechanisms. A lot of people say I could stop whenever I want, but they never test that. And most of the time they be cap, including me. Because deep down, they know the habit is doing more emotional work than they like to admit. One reason addiction is hitting Gen Z so hard is because so many people lack direction. Addiction grows best in emptiness. Not enough people have purpose, faith, discipline, or any meaning in their lives. And that's how they've systematically structured us to feel. A lot of people think religion could just change that, but you really have to find your actual purpose. And that can be subject to change over time. It's not something to stress over. You have to really understand yourself and what you want out of your life first though. Relief is easy to sell, and that's why this era runs on it. It tells you what to consume and how to perform for a life that you don't even really want for real. They want you to ignore the bullshit. Stop ignoring it, bro. Lock in. Addiction is often what fills the space where purpose should be. And let's say something really uncomfortable. This is not an accident. These modern systems benefit from addicted people and weak people, because it always has. Y'all be the easiest to distract and control. Y'all be the main ones holding the society back. The less disciplined you are, the more profitable you become. That's why the war today is not just physical. You worried about a draft, you really need to be worried about your mental and spiritual health. This matters because addiction weakens a generation from the inside out. We got less ambitious and less focused people that are more worried about getting through their day than their actual life. You cannot build a strong life with a weak mind. This is about the future. A distracted generation will always struggle to lead. Look at our president, bro. This can't be my president. Put yourself in silence sometimes. Stop running from boredom. Learn to be alone. Learn to feel things. It's okay to have routines, to have structures. It'll actually balance your life. Prove to yourself that you have control of your own life. Because every time you resist those urges, you're really actually getting stronger, even though you're gonna feel weak. Let them tears fall, twin. You're gonna be good. Gen Z does not need more motivation. But us being addicted to simulation, it will always cause us to struggle to actually build power. The ability to just say no. You don't need this. It'll take you hella far. Stop letting it control you. It's your life, so you better act like it is. You can think for yourself. Suffer a little and be something great. In a world that profits from your cravings, self-control becomes rebellion. And that might be exactly what this generation needs.
Go subscribe to the second channel, go follow the Instagram, and go follow the TikTok. I got this new plant. Her name is Sonder. Say hi to Sonder. It's Sonder. Don't misspell it. Bye now.
Wow, that was so powerful.
How many times do we see a pastor get caught up doing some ish in the church?
The reason I have a Rolls Royce is because God blessed me with the Holy Spirit of ecstasy.
That ain't holy.